folks, I'm Colin Richards. Welcome back to I've Got a Song. I'm sitting here with special guests Frank Calzada and Billy the Kid. How you guys doing today?
Doing
good.
great,
Thanks for having us today.
Of course, thanks for being on. So we've been playing a lot of shows. We always see each other floating around different events and things. And so tell me, how long have you been playing together?
We've been jamming together since like late 2022, early 2023. I actually was playing in another project sometime in like April of 2022, and in attendance was this artist named Isai Morales, and he was with like some friends. And after the show, he like came up to me. He was like, "Hey man," I was like, "Really cool," and like that was my first time meeting him, and I was telling him how I'm like really trying to like expand my sound and like explore different like genres and whatever. And he said, "Hey, hit up my dude Billy. He's like all about that, you know, like world rhythms and stuff."
Yeah, we were coworkers at another just day job that we both had, you know, as artists. So I roll into work one day and he's like, "Hey man, I was talking to my cousin Frank Calzada. So like, y'all need to work together," because he knew I went to school for world music and you know have a hand drum kind of reference.
Yeah.
So
that's amazing. Yeah, and I didn't realize you went to school for that either. That's awesome.
He was a Falcon.
Yeah, up at Bowling Green State University.
There you go, alum. Get him into the games. So what do you guys have on the schedule coming up?
Well, our gig at Belmont Billiards on the 30th is our most like upcoming gig.
Nice.
We're playing with a bunch of projects that we're all in together. Like I think Billy's probably going to be on
I'm playing in
stage.
3 of the bands that night, so
Yeah.
I know Frank's playing in 2 of them, but he'll probably be up and around for a few more.
Yeah.
And on the last song of the last band, I think what I really want to happen is just get every band member on
pack
stage.
the whole
Just
back
a
of the
super
pool.
jam.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I don't know if that's gonna like. There's gonna be room or anything like that, but like we're gonna try and make it happen. I want it to happen. But
Filed up, down through the table.
I think there's more bassists than anything.
Yeah.
Because everybody else is sharing members between things, so there's going to be a lot of bass guitars that night in the jam.
Heavy bottom rhythm.
Heavy low end theory, you know.
It's coming.
And then after that, we're playing at Oregon Express on November 1st. Isai again. I'm in his band Los Locos with Billy
As
and the
am
Wrong
I.
Brothers. And then I'm playing another set there as Calzada, which is like kind of like an evolution of like Frank and Friends. And also, I just want to say, like, we've been talking about Isai, and like we're here now. You're interviewing us, and like you, Isai, and I were at the very first Art Park, and like that was about like 3 years ago or something. And it's just like really crazy to like just be here. It's like we've all been on our journeys, and like our paths have crossed here and there, all doing our thing, and then it's like we're coming together to like, I don't know, it's just really cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, lots of diverging lines. I know we're both New Carlisle boys, which I've always had a lot of respect for you coming from the cornfields. So it's always nice seeing you around town and being like, "Hey, we're doing this together, baby. Let's go."
There's plenty of crossroads out there in them cornfields, dude.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's kind of coming into their own. And I think that's one great thing that I love about the local music scene and love about everybody seeing each other's journeys, even if they're not on the same path. They're like on a parallel path, and they're doing their own thing, and they weave, and it's cool. Yeah, it's cool to get to hang out with you guys, and I know the first time we met, I think, was at Fia's place. And just playing up in the upstairs room, doing a little bit of jamming.
Yeah, we were just jamming, man. And that's another thing, man. Like you said it earlier, like crossing paths backstage. Like we really on our own journeys, and like I look up to you a lot, in like a lot of ways, like from like since the first Art Park, man. Like I was just like, wow, like this guy's like got it going. Like you've been like traveling and stuff, and like it really is cool. And like the fact that you have like this platform to like showcase other people and like lift them up, like it's really cool, man.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the kind words. And that's the one thing I always loved about the early Rainbow Quest by Pete Seeger. That was his television show very early on in the '60s, and so Pete Seeger, being a banjo player and friends with Woody Guthrie and all those guys, he would have other musicians on and just sit around a coffee table and talk about what makes their music, what gets them going, and I love that. I love being able to do that, and I thank you viewers for watching it and just enjoying what we have to offer. Be that local music, and then climbing to a further statewide to national scale. kind of this is all where it starts. You know,
Yeah.
everybody just
It's inevitable.
complimenting the
There's
journeys.
a lot of talent in Dayton right now, so.
Yeah, there totally is. And so we mentioned a little bit that you guys play multiple projects, and I love to highlight that because musicians very much just, if you're not keeping busy, I don't know, like you do your thing, but it's fun to stay busy and look at the schedule and be like, I've got 6 shows this month or 12 shows coming up. Like, so tell me, Billy, how many projects have you played in? Not necessarily forever, but let's say, you know, you're.
Oh man, in the last 3 years, I feel like I've solidified like a pretty nice like 6 lineup. You know, I used to play in a bunch of other bands. I was in Mums. I spent a lot of time in Toledo because of Bowling Green, where I played in Trino Leaves and Indian Opinion and a couple other bands.
Cool.
But right now, I think the main lineup is I play with Frank in, you know, a concoction of different groups, be it Calzada, Frank and Friends, Basuda, you know, all those different iterations of a core lineup that typically consists of us, Jared Bruns, Nelson, blanking on Nelly's last name right now.
Oh, Florida.
Yeah, Flores. But, you know, that's kind of ever-changing and shifting between those. But I play in a punk group called Too Pretty that'll be at Belmont Billiards that night.
Cool.
I play with the Wrong Bros as Billy Wrong.
Yeah.
You know, I'm Wes Capone in that group. We both play with Isai Morales, where I'm Billy Suave. In Basuda, I'm Guillermo del Tortuga. You know, there's always like
Many
a little
aliases.
Mr. AKA in there. So,
That's awesome.
but yeah, I think other than that, that touches basically everything. Oh, Dos Grandiose. I play in Grandiosity with the Wrong Brothers as well.
Okay.
So the 3 of us have kind of united out to a bunch of different artists, which is really
Yeah.
nice because it just gives a lot of opportunity to people who are really talented producers and music makers, but don't necessarily have the instrumental capability to play 6 different instruments at once, you know.
Yeah.
Dose or Proxy or Easy, they write a lot of this music by themselves and they're producing it on their computers and they make a lot of cool stuff, but they physically, you know, couldn't do a live concept in the same way without extra hands. So it's really nice for the 3 of us and now the 4 of us with Frank to kind of be a little more integrated. We have this musical chemistry from everything anyway.
Yeah.
So being able to move into that with other artists and kind of give them that live band experience
That's
has
awesome.
been really fun. So
Do you like do they bring the songs to you and you bring them to life? Do you like the rhythm to do you
yeah, there's
as a
definitely
drummer, do
some
you
pass
love
and
that?
forth.
Like,
So
yeah?
for me as a drummer, it's fun because it challenges my chops to be able to play some of these things that are intrinsically not built in the same way as like a 4-limbed human being playing a kit might think about it, or playing a percussion rig even. Like when you have a producer who's thinking about a kick pattern on a pad solely by that metric alone inside of the beat, and then they'll add hi-hats, and then they'll add a snare pattern. You know, there's a lot of things that an interdependent limb might not think to do cautiously in the same way. So it kind of challenges me to really like listen and adapt and change the way I'm playing to their songs and the genre that each artist is bringing forth. And
Very cool.
It's been really fun. So.
Yeah, you kind of like dissect it and listen to and like kind of see your own ability versus
Exactly,
what they're hearing.
yeah.
Cool, I love that.
So.
That's a great back and forth. I'd never really considered that. That's sweet.
Yeah, this guy's got it, man.
You got it going on, man.
Billy with the beat.
Billy, they call him Billy Beats. Tell me, Frank, how about you? How many projects? And I've seen a handful of them, and honestly, I love them. There's a lot going on, and there's a lot of versatility between each of them. So
Appreciate that. Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, there's just me and the guitar. That's like one project, I guess you could call that. Like just like my solo ventures. I have the Photons, which is me and Fia, like that 2-piece. Like kind of people have been putting us in the punk category, and like. I mean, I think it's cool, but I don't know. Like, it's hard to like.
you don't want to pigeonhole yourself.
Yeah. And that's another theme that I've kind of like noticed in my music is like, well, okay, so I'll start in the beginning. So I started like performing live in like 2018, 2019, and then like COVID hit, and then like the band that I was in was like a punk band, and we kind of like dissolved because, you know, like we didn't know what was gonna happen. We were stuck indoors, and so I was like on my iPhone a lot on GarageBand, like making songs, and at the time it was more of like a folk sound. I didn't really like have like a cultural, like put my cultural ties to it. It was all just like guitar, like it's just like music, you know. And then like about a year after that, my grandfather passed away, and we inherited like a bunch of his things, like clothes and stuff. And he had this songbook with like a bunch of songs that he's written like over the course of his life. And when I found that, that was like when I had like this idea to like, you know, bring my culture into the music, because I grew up in America. You know, my parents are both from Mexico. They moved to Chicago when they were teenagers. So I'm pretty Americanized, you know, I'm like Mexican, I'm American. I don't know. Like, now we're getting into this weird race conversation, or whatever.
No,
but like,
you guys, I get what you're
like,
saying, though.
yeah, like I implemented my culture in the music, and now I feel like I am kind of in this box now, and like, and that's why I love the Photons. It's like it's not Latino punk, you know. It's just like it's music at the end of the day. Like,
yeah,
I'm happy to like be like, you know, like, you know, someone of this like culture to represent the music, but it's like it's me, you know, at the end of the day.
yeah.
But anyways, I'm
Yeah,
in
you want your-
Basuda, which is like depending on the day, like a 6 to 9 piece band with like horns and like dancers,
Sweet.
percussion, lots of like instrumental
Yeah.
jams, and then you know, Calzada, which is just like I said, evolution of Frank and Friends. I don't know. I just love to play music, whether
Yeah.
it just be like with
Keep 'em busy, staying
one
busy,
person,
man.
2 people, 10 people. Like I just like, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm grateful to be where I'm at and be able to like collaborate with the people that I'm collaborating with, and like be on that same wavelength of like, okay, this is what we want to do. We just want to jam and make music, and like hopefully like be loud enough to where like it gets the attention of someone out there.
Get
you
them
know?
dancing,
Yeah.
entertain the people. That's
Because our
Right.
plan for next year is to just like, you know, like we really want to like emphasize like broadening our horizons, and like not necessarily like playing like Dayton every weekend, and, like, you know, traveling to other cities and like out of state would be cool too, because that's something we haven't really done.
Yeah. Well, hey, push the highways.
And yeah,
man.
I know
Go to the
you're
air.
very
You might
like
as well.
experienced in that.
Well, I mean,
too.
and Dayton's really nice because you're central, you're close. You know, 5 hours to 5 to 6 hours from Chicago.
I was gonna say we
You
got
know?
a beautiful radius. You
Yeah.
know, if
Yeah,
you
and,
draw
like, we
a
have a lot
circle,
of,
you're gonna
like,
hit
we have
Chicago,
a lot of people,
Detroit,
too.
Pittsburgh, Louisville. You know, if you're willing to dip a little further, you can hit Nashville. Like,
Well, in New York, about 7.
Yeah.
You know,
Sure.
7 to 8. Like it's definitely
that
it's
point,
great
you
for
got
like a
Philly and
traveling
DC,
band. You
you
know, yeah.
know, like
Those places to go. Well, that's awesome. I love that you're continuing to push yourself. You find grooves that you're in that you're comfortable, but then you're like, okay, but let's not stay too comfortable to where we feel stagnant. Let's keep broadening your ability
Exactly.
and your range. And yeah, and you with the Photons, perfect skate jam band. You
Yeah,
know,
you
we're
too,
jamming. And thank you. That was a good day, and honestly, I loved hearing the Scott Pilgrim tune too. I don't know. I haven't heard that since the movie came out, and I downloaded it onto an iPod and was
Nice.
jamming like on a school bus to listen to that. And I heard you guys playing. I was like, oh heck yeah, dude.
Yeah, that little cover we wanted to do. Yeah, and that's been fun too. Yeah, just yeah.
So you write your own music as well?
Yeah. So like I was kind of born into it. You know, my older brother, I'd say, was like one of my biggest inspirations growing up, because we moved to Ohio in '06 from Chicago, and my older brother was starting his freshman year in '06, and he was that, you know, like rebellious teen, you know, like in the basement jamming with his buddies, and like I was always like wanting to like be a part of it, but you know,
Yeah.
like I was just this little rugrat, you know,
Peeking
can't
down
really
the stairs.
Yeah, like listening through the
Good.
vents in the bathroom, and like, you know, just wanting to be a part of it so bad, and like, so I really looked up to him in that sense. He was like kind of like the first one to like really show me what like rock was.
Yeah.
And my mom taught me the first couple guitar chords on guitar, because her dad, like my grandfather, was like a musician as well, and like played guitar, wrote songs. So it's kind of just been like I've been around it most of my life, so it just feels like second nature, you know.
Yeah, that's awesome. We had an upstairs music room growing up, and it was like an old farmhouse, so it was the top floor, but you know, the drummer would bring his kit over, and I'm a little kid, my older siblings as well jammed, so you'd hear the house would just start shaking.
Yeah.
And you're like seeing plaster fall off the ceiling because it's just going hard, and you're like, what is that? You know, to a kid, to a formative brain, you're like, wow, like, you know, you may grow up either inside the box or like beside the box, and you're like, dude, like they're pushing the edges out. They're blowing out the edges and just being loud, and like that's I don't know, that's what it's about. Like, you know, everybody likes to be heard, but it's really cool, like you said, with your folk music and things like that, like to slow yourself down. I like having that dynamic with my solo stuff and with the band, and I'm sure you do with yours. It's like you take time to really write the songs instead of like a "don't bore us, get to the chorus" kind of song, you know. Like,
I never heard that before.
It's like having a story to tell, and whether that's through the musicianship and the instruments or through the lyrics, it's just great. You know what I mean? Again, thank you, viewers, for watching and hanging out with us and coming to the shows. And so next time you look online or look up the band, you'll be able to find dates, and a lot of the times they're $10 and under. Come on out. You know, we all hang out like this at the show. So come grab a seat and chat with us about music, because we'd love to do it.
Drink some water with us. Stay hydrated.
Yeah,
and
drink
tip your
some water.
bartender.
Tell us to drink water, and tip the bartenders. But would you guys like to make some noise here soon?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely.
All right. Yeah, we've got.
You gonna make some noise with us today?
Yeah, I'll plug in.
All right.
Cool. Yeah. Well, thank you all for another segment. We're gonna exit this to our sponsors. Wait, we don't have sponsors yet. Okay. We're gonna take a little break, and we'll be right back with the jams. Thank you.
Quiero cantarte mi vida, lo que por ti estoy sufriendo, serenata en tu ventana, sin interrumpir tu sueño. Buenas noches, mi vida, te quiero. Tengo cantos que quiero que escuchas en tus sueños. No me olvides, ni recuerdes mis reproches. Del cielo un ángel yo vi mar, la luna, el sol, las estrellas brillar. Desde este momento comencé a sentir un gran amor porque estaba feliz. Buenas noches, mi vida, te quiero. Tengo cantos que quiero que escuchas en tus sueños. No me olvides. Buenas noches, mi vida, te quiero.
it